So if you guys don't know, All Saints Wake is currently going. You can go and do it right now. I think you just have to have beaten the Envoy mission. So that's level 15. So if you have done the quest, it's probably Pirates, and you've gone into Sastasha for the first time, then... What the hell? Okay, something new with Twitch, I guess. But yeah, if you, as long as you are level 15 and you have gone into Sastasha, you should be able to do this no problem. So let's go ahead and get on into it, shall we? Oh. It's been more than a few moons since we last met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consult with fiends most foul once more? Yeah, of course. Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect on the history of All Saints Wake. On this night do fell fiends emerge and cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgments of those on high. For the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did God-fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their own. No longer, nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void's end, restoring safety to the city streets, and making the occasion one of jubilation. That's all well and good, but what of the four forsaken fiends? Are they, too, not deserving of revelry? My wish is to see All Saints Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Gridonian, or otherwise. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Binding obligations, friend. I'm convinced the more sinister sorts. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to emerge into contracts which forbid them from preying upon mortals. In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities. But there's one troubled soul who still seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you're willing to give them a helping hand. Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance of the Great Lone Grove. Now go. I shall be watching your performance with great interest. You're still barely getting over a cold. Yes. You won't know what hit him. Right, let's go. Hold on. Why, what is he wearing? Oh, he is wearing the Cape of Friendship. What are you wearing, friend? Oh, that one. Yes. I remember this. That one's going to be nice. Okay, what are the colors? Oh, okay. There's like a tie in here, or an undershirt or something. So we were to make that look like it belongs on Fed, I guess. We might do something like that. What? Alright, let's go. I'm going to get the hat and then confuse the hell out of people. Like, what is this? I don't understand. The botanist skill is where we need to go first. Well... He's probably over here somewhere. No worries. Holy crap, we need to get our ferry out. Now no one can stop us. Alright. That's... at the beginning of the brewery? Yeah, they're starved out here. Okay, well he's over there then. Let's go and say hello. If I can figure out how maps work. Jeez, I'm like whatever she called herself, I don't remember. Lady. She called herself something. How do I get out of here? Alright. We were playing with a, like, 70-year-old, 60s-year-old lady at one point, and she would always just run into walls. It was pretty good. I think she was getting better over time. Very, very, very slowly getting better over time. But anyway, All Saints Wake. Hello, Papa Grub. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let us end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Phil Cox and his transformation magic. What was all that about? The clowning, and whatnot, and all right left, but the last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. Damn it. Once more you failed to muster up even an ounce of magical prowess. If I had the crowd in the palm of my hand, we'd have been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. There you go again, shrieking up the same tune. I've had it up to my eyeball with this farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. Can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking the stage with you again. Good riddance. Well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths once again. Out with it, then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantries. I was intended to help you. A foul fiend failing to get into the spirits of All Saints Wake. I'd wager you speak of Philcox, the fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Philcox and I have an insatiable appetite for ether. But unlike your garden variety Voidsent, who hunt hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to sate our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there's no ether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation. Which set me to thinking, perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus did I commit to giving folk the sort of frights that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds, and in the process, no small number of ether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusements as All Saints Wake? The method is catching, too. Many Voidsent now seek ether in this manner. Philcox is one such reformed individual. When I first laid eyes upon him, I sensed promise. But get him in front of a crowd and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. You'd be better off hearing it from the Ahriman's mouth, though. I can't have gotten far. He can't have gotten far. Hmm. What's this? What's he wearing? As we all know, the true endgame of FF14 is fashion. It's actually just fashion, souls. Hello, Pilcox. That schnibbling whelp, imp. Magic's this, magic's that, the sheer unbridled cheek of it. Pilcox is practically frothing at the mouth. So incensed is he that his treatment. So incensed is he by his treatment at the hands of Papa Gruff. You must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Can't he see the effort I put in? Day in, day out, he still cracks the whip. Wait. I did soothe him. Soothe. Smell my breath. Apologies. I had taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Wait. By the look of you, I'd say you are an adventurer. Let me guess. That pumpkin-headed lady sent you to check up on me, didn't she? Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you my tale. Allow me to go get my mandolin, so I can sing you the song of my peoples. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of this transformation magics, and without the means of delight the crowd, without a means to delight the crowd, we're starved for appreciation. I'm an Ahriman, paralyzing prey with this big eye of mine, no problem. Turning them to stone with a petrifying glare, a trifling task. Else, I can even smell despair and all manner of negative emotions in the people around me. It's delectable. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over any audience. And my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put either on the table either. I ought to just let that pumpkin-headed lady... I ought to just tell that pumpkin-headed lady I'm not cut out for this business. You're here at her behest. You'd better come too. Well, if he wants to give up that early, then that's just up to him, I guess. What are you wearing? Cotton something. Sounds coarse. Hello, Mr. Cheerless Hearer. I'm pretty sure you have a dungeon for me. A Pictomancer job, oh? We'll check that out later. Either stopped Ahriman. Ooh, someone wants the race today. Hello, Miss Pumpkin. How are you? I gather you had a hand in Bill Cox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings. Not that I had any good. Not that it did any good. I'm still stuck at square one. Underappreciated and underfed. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? No doubt you have the inklings as to what I speak of. Pray share your wisdom with Bilcogs. Yeah, you can find food that way. Find people who are out, and then go and help them. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a voidsent who'd suggest that. I don't see how helping others helps me. But then again, I know little of mortal ways, so perhaps I should heed your advice. Oh wait, see the logic in it now? A better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff off his pedestal. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no idea where to start. Perhaps I can lend a hand, a little sleight of hand? But still... Nope. Not only is the get-up guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is imbued with a potent magic to aid your newfound purpose. Oh, you know, I think I can feel it. Maybe this isn't going to be so tough after all. Look at me. There you are. You know, I had thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier, since our act was my initiative and therefore our success, or their lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility. But I sense that you have been scheming. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I've found a new way to win over mortals on my own terms. I find that hard to believe. But since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? Whoever garners the most affection and thereby the largest share of ether-rich victims wins. And to the victor goes the spoils of subservience. The loser will be bound to obey their every whim. How does that sound? Oh, you're on. Hope you're ready to bow and scrape. That mortal epitaph about one's bark being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Philcox. Damn it. Now what am I supposed to do? I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced I have what it takes to beat Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me. Just until I get the hang of things, that's all I ask. Very well. I shall leave Philcox in your capable hands. How about we first try and find a troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. So many spelly adventures. Some of them haven't bathed in like a week. And what are you doing? Why are you looking at her? Come on, I'm busy. Alright, fine, I'm coming. Jeez. Alright, Philcox, where are you? Right. Time to look for folk harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. Ah. I don't know if it has anything to do with the pumpkin-headed lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I've already found someone. And whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're to the northeast, I think, though I'm not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in this city. I've got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lie of the land. Would you be troubled to lead the way? A flustered target is northeast of here. We're right behind you. Pilcox is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quests. You can leave Pilcox behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Pilcox join you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way in order to offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companion to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Come on, Pilcox. Let's go find stuff. He'll be like, oi, I got this. Do these even show? No. They said they were northeast of here. We were here, they might be at Apaku Falls. Let's find out. There's one. Hello. Ah, such glee. They mentioned a clown. I'd wager they've just had the privilege of seeing one of Papa Groff's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that he's an expert illusionist, and you've only got to look at folk like these ladies to see that he knows how to work the crowd. And I won't be upstaged. I'll prove that there's more than one way to win over an audience by following your timely advice, that is. Given the delight written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance, which means we've no time to lose. Onward. Onward, indeed. Come on, dude. We've got this. Flustered fella. Oh no. Oh gods! Where's she gotten off to? Ah, this must be the fellow my senses were leading me to. Shall we find out what ails him? You there? What's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me. There was this poor little girl who'd been separated from her mother. I was helping her to look, but she suddenly disappeared. I simply can't abandon her, but then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to, and I don't know what to do. In that case, why don't I and my associate look for the girl? Then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you. She's a young lass dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. I certainly was appreciative, yet here I am, empty-handed. Ah, forget the food. We have a lost child to find. My child's senses are tingling. Just goes and hunts her down. Like, ties her to a bed, butchers her, because he's an opera man. I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl, which means I have need of your navigational nose once more. After you. To the east, you say? Well then. It's like Misery by Stephen King. It's like, continue to write, 8-year-old girl, and breaks her legs with a sledgehammer. Continue to write. Or do paintings or something. Alright, let's go rescue this girl. Get back to her family. Hello, child. Oh, that's proper girl. I thought this would be a fine opportunity to accrue some appreciation, but the poor girl is besides herself. She keeps calling out for her mama. I enlist your help? This must be the lost lass we've been looking for. We want to earn her thanks. We'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? Which means we now have to have a lady to locate. Any suggestions? Yeah, look for somebody who is anxious. Ah, you're saying the mother will be worried about her daughter having gone missing. Brilliant. This is exactly why I had you accompany me. Right then. Anxiety. Wow, this place is overwhelmed. Found her. I don't know which is a bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city, more or less. I'll handle this next part on my own. Wait here. I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. I mean, she looks like a little teenager. XIV be praised, you're safe. Well, I mean, now she looks more like she's probably, like, 10. You have my eternal gratitude. Thanks for finding Mama, mister. Do you believe me now, Papa Gruff? Sweet, sweet appreciation and all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice they didn't offer you anything edible by way of thanks. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key. Which is why I find myself performing show after show. I suggest you approach this contest with the same tenacity, Phil Cox. I'm afraid he's right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I've sensed another troubled soul while I was tracking down the girl's mother. I'd better see what I can do to help. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone. Why don't you let our pumpkin-headed benefactor know? I'll come find you when I'm done. Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. Until we meet again, adventurer. Well, alright then. To Ghetto. Damn it. My pumpkin-headed benefactor. The adventurer returns. And at the precise moment I predicted, I do hope Phil Cox's company wasn't too taxing. Was of our friend and his endeavors. Well, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's currently doing a whole Batman thing. You earn my thanks, truly. I'll speak of the devils, here they come. Dear, oh dear. That turned out to be a damn sight harder than I anticipated. And with all that to show, all I have to show for my travails is a single cookie. I think the first gift I received would prove to be the last. Ugh. Curses, I didn't receive so much as a crumb. Suppose this means you win. Very well. I'm yours to command, Papa Gruff. You admit defeat far too readily, Vilcox. Hi! We found you! I wanted to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Simply scrumptious. Yeah. Well, alright then. I'm glad you like it. Farewell. Well, that makes it one apiece. A draw then. Still, Vilcox, while you had some assistance along the way, you've nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I'd lived to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praises. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging acceptance? Have you forgotten your reasons for joining the festivities in the first place? Of course I haven't. The good people of Britannia are still in need of my help. And where are the common folk and where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be freed and given to me. Adventure. I'd better get going. But before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents. But I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the pumpkin-headed lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then... The promise I sensed in Vilcox when he and I first met wasn't illusory after all. I should take my leave too. 'Twould be remiss of me to allow him to garner all the glory, to say nothing of the cookies. I'd say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints' Week, wouldn't you agree? And for your part in this, a fitting reward. I present to you a set of finery as one of Gridanian's most emotionally perceptive armor. Yeah. Enjoy. Perhaps you wonder if your outfit is endowed with the same enchantment? You needn't worry. There never was an enchantment. A little charade was my way of giving Vilcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Although, I dare say such a measure was unnecessary given he had you to cheer him on. But before I forget, you are hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. Do drop by. I assure you it will be frightfully entertaining. Anyway, your help is much appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints' Wake of mortals and void sent alike might not be such a distant prospect. Though I do hope that these shenanigans haven't dulled your enthusiasm for this most occult of occasions. Bye. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Miketo's Amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. Oh. The unusual usher. Oh, here's the unusual usher. Yes, let's go to your master's residence, you unusual usher. Yeah, she's got the summoner outfit from Fiddleshire on. Pumpkin. You wish to have words? Very well. What would you wish to know? What is this place? No, yes, as you told me before. They're all just dressing up as her, huh? The unsavory imp. Up to something? Either. But a fun-loving imp. Here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise with this masquerade. All I need is for you to recall the journey. A journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories and you shall see. Good, good. Now think of someone remarkable encountered in that time. Someone powerful, yes. That's it. Okay, so... yeah, that's Totaro. That's... brother and tools. Oh yes, that's him. Yes. Once we do nothing. Yeah, that's gonna be them. Alright, that was good. Alright, well, that is mostly the entire thing. I think you can also go inside somewhere. Yeah, okay, he's just hanging out there. Sounds good to me. Oh, we have a guest. We have a guest now. Well, time to die. She tries to slit our throats.